In a heartbreaking tragedy that has shocked both the United States and Indian communities, Dr. Joy Saini, an Indian origin doctor, lost her life in a small plane crash in New York. She was among 6 people who died when the private aircraft crashed in a muddy field near the town of Copake, that is about 200 kilometers north to the New York City. The crash took place on the Saturday morning, just as the family was headed for a birthday and Passover celebration in the beautiful Catskill Mountains. Dr. Joy Saini was born in Punjab, India, and later on she moved to the United States with her parents, Kuljit and Gurdev Singh. From her early years, she showed a strong interest in medicine, which eventually led her to become one of the top doctors in the United States. She was a specialist who treats complex women's health issues related to pelvic area. She studied at the prestigious University of Pittsburgh School of Medicine and completed further training in New York and Indiana. You know what made Dr. Saini truly unique was her commitment to women's health. She was not just a doctor, she was a leader. She founded Boston Pelvic Health and Wellness, a clinic dedicated to treating women with pelvic floor disorders in a very comfortable and all-women environment. She also trained young doctors in this particular field and was among the first women in the United States to be officially certified in this type of surgery when it became a recognized specialist in 2013. Unfortunately, the plane crash has become a major news story in the United States, not only because of the tragedy, but also because of who was on the board. Along with Dr. Saini was her husband, Dr. Michael Croft, a very well-known brain specialist, and 2 of their children, Karina, a student at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, and Jared. Both Karina's boyfriend and Jared's girlfriend also died in the plane crash. But thankfully, the couple's third child, Annika, was not on the flight. If we talk about the route, then the flight had taken off from White Plains Airport in New York City and was supposed to land at Columbia County Airport. But as the plane approached the airport, the pilot told air traffic control that he missed the landing and needed to try again. The controller gave him a warning about being at a low altitude, but seconds later, contact was lost and the plane crashed. The US Federal Aviation Administration and National Transportation Safety Board are now investigating that what exactly went wrong in this case. Now, for many in the Indian American medical community specifically, this loss is personal. Dr. Saini was part of a growing group of Indian origin doctors in the US who now make up about 10% of all doctors in America, despite being just 1% of the population. Their contributions are vital, specifically in fields like surgery, internal medicine, and women's health. In fact, Indian doctors are often the backbone of healthcare in rural and suburb areas across America. Tragedies like this one remind us not just of the fragility of life, but also the sacrifices and achievements of Indians abroad. Dr. Saini's story is not just one of a life that is lost. It's one of the life that inspired many. She built a successful medical career, raised a bright family, and gave back to her community through both healthcare and volunteer work. Now, for many people across the US and India are mourning this incredible loss. Tributes are poured in form of colleagues, patients, and community members who knew her not just as a doctor, but also as a kind, hardworking, and passionate human being. While investigation into the crash will take some time, one thing is already clear. Dr. Joy Saini's legacy will live on through the lives that she touched and the women she healed, and also the students that she trained. Her story is a powerful reminder of the global Indian identity, hardworking, brilliant, and deeply rooted in both tradition and service.